Neil and Guild ever wind up conflicting with the
Yup, we hate each other.
Are there any other planned crossovers of actors between the two series?
But is this La Bamba? I can't hear this. It's so loud. It's La Bamba.
Track.
Okay. What was the question?
The question was, does the filming schedules of the Legend Neil or the Guild, do they ever conflict with each other or acting and other projects?
I think this year they did conflict, but I pushed the Guild shoot a couple weeks so you could have breathing room and recover, because that was hard.
I was a zombie for the first week of shooting in the Guild. Yeah, it was a really, it was tough. We block shoot everything, so both shows this year we shot everything in the span of like 2 weeks. I think we had a 13-day shooting schedule for Legend Neil and
16
for the Guild.
Yeah.
So we do have to book out those days. So those days that we're shooting, all of us actors can't audition for anything else, can't really do anything else. But what else would we want to be doing besides making Legend Neil and the Guild? So
my question is, as the seasons have progressed, it's obvious that the production quality has gotten better and better and better. I'm assuming as you've gotten sponsors and funding and that sort of thing. So what did you start with to start the Guild besides an idea and a camera? Is that about all you started with? I mean, in the beginning, what was your I guess your baselines when you started the Guild? What did you start with?
What I started with was a pilot script for a TV show about gamers that nobody wanted to read or do anything with. And I had my producer, Kim Eby, she read it and said we should use it for the web. And the only thing we had to start was a script. And I think that's really the most important part. You have to make sure that your characters and your story and people are going to want to see it. And we just had this blind faith that people would want to see it. So we shot everything in our own houses, and we borrowed Sandeep's cameras, and that's all we had at all. I think we paid a sound guy because sound is really important, and maybe makeup one day.
Yeah, I don't think we had makeup. I remember one guy did both sound, craft service, and camera.
Yeah,
all at the same time.
Yeah, everybody was doing everything. And anything, if you look at the first season, we didn't have a production designer. So anything in the first season is basically me on free cycle. So I'm gonna Blaze's garage. If you look in the background, there's all this electronics and stuff, and all that stuff came from like a guy's yard, and he was like, "Come get it," and I was like. I drove like 40 miles out of the way to get a huge stack of used VCR. Why a man would have this many electronics to dispose of on the side of the... I mean, it's a lot. He threw out a microwave, like 5 VCRs. Like, it was a lot of stuff. Why he would throw it all out at once is weird to me. Maybe he had got a wife or something. I don't know. Got a wife. You didn't like electricity? It was weird. So any of that. And then Tank... Like that picture behind her head, like that was me getting wrapping paper, like for $1. And my boyfriend downloaded like some, like line art, and then we used Sharpies to pencil it in. So that's literally what's behind Tank's head for like 3 seasons. I think we changed it out this last season.
Did you hear that sound of 100 or maybe 1,000 hearts breaking when you said the word boyfriend?
Yeah. My heart.
Why would you interrupt with that? That's
I'm just saying, I heard
it's Sandeep's turn for something. No, anyway, but that's all we had. So we basically just did that for several episodes, and then after episode 3, we put a PayPal button up on our site, not thinking we'd ever get money, and we got enough money to actually just pay for the very basic minimum stuff for the rest of season 1 for 1 episode a month.
But that's definitely when I knew we were onto something, was when we were getting money from you guys, from the audience, who wanted to see more. I don't know very many other shows that do that.
I don't think so.
That model is relatively new and new to the web, so it's like we just cut out all the middlemen and went straight to the people that wanted to watch it, and they would drop in $1, $10, $100, whatever.
And we'd like make enough, and we'd like, hey, we'll shoot another episode.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, it was eye-opening to me.
Yeah. But we still couldn't pay anybody. So like it was over like a year and a half after we started that Kim and I Kim pretty much figured out how to manufacture a DVD. Like this is a very not fun process to make a DVD. And she had to learn how to do the menus and everything. And I lined up the little figurines on the front of the DVD. So if you have one of those very first season 1 DVDs, that was me and her. And we started selling them through PayPal. And we had like over 1,000 DVDs that we packaged ourselves, and I wrote out every single address by hand, myself or me, Kim, or like one volunteer occasionally. Like you came over.
I came over for one day,
and it was
like, cool guys, this is awesome. Later. That was a cool 2 hours. I'm out.
It was awesome. Like I was filling out a customs form to Israel, and I was like, "There's so many letters." I was like sobbing. So. And that's basically been our journey, you know, the more that we have gotten funding for 3 seasons now with Xbox and Sprint, which I couldn't be more grateful for because we're in a very lucky position of being supported like that and not creatively interfered with. So, but it's you know, every single step of the way is like, oh, I guess we can't do that ourselves. We have to get somebody who knows how to do that. But still, to this day, it's just me and my producer, Kid Baby, that do almost everything on the show. So it's a lot, but it's very rewarding, and that's why we keep going.